Hello and welcome to Tidbits for Effective Living. If your life is one that you have to keep running all the time to get that one more extra thing before you can feel complete to engage in meaningful living, now is the time to stop the endless race that only serves to deplete your living time. I think you'll agree with me that feeling good is the highest point in all our desires in life, and that most of our daily engagements are concerted efforts intended to yield a lasting sense of that feel-good experience. You and I certainly know or have witnessed in your communities a seemingly special or unique brand of people that always look jovial and spirited and raring to go no matter what. If you've ever wished to be like these life enthusiasts so you can look forward to each daybreak with much anticipation as you would for your birthday party, your first job appointment, or the next big game for your favorite sporting team, etc. Here's two things you must do. First, reboot and restart your journey of life from where you are. And secondly, embrace and leverage what you already have to make advances. Interesting? Keep watching for more insights coming up. It's interesting how whenever we think of a better life, the expectation is that we need more than what we already have. There's a common thinking among society in general that the more you have, the better your life becomes. This eagerness to have more seems to be largely targeted on the acquisition of artificial things like money and all it can buy, with the assumption or expectation that then life would become much easier and enjoyable. This kind of approach to life, though, is one that can only serve to derail and stagnate your life from the onset, as it's one that tends to promote a growing and endless wish list of things you must have and are not necessarily what could be considered or classified as things that matters most as far as your growth and advancement in life are concerned. Sadly, once this wish list takes a grip in your life, then you are all set for a long and endless chase to get to the end of such a list. And then in the event, you end up having to sideline most of what matters most, including making time to focus and commit to necessary educational pathways for your development, growth, and success. Then your life may end up turning into some kind of time bomb fueled by anxiety and endless frustrations as you fail to get to the end of your wish list. There's of course no denying the fact that many people around the world are genuinely and truly struggling and suffering because of the way human life is set up. Many are without land for both food production and shelter due to reasons beyond their control. In addition, education opportunities may not be that easily accessible, and this overall having an adverse impact in the well-being of many around the world. That said though, there are still many among society who, despite the opportunity for education and job positions, are finding it hard to maintain a decent, enjoyable, and steadily growing and fulfilling life, largely because of the anxiety and pressure to get more. Many such people, who you may or may not be one of them, are commonly the breadwinners in their families or the key support base to their communities. If this sounds familiar and it feels like this is the kind of life you've been living or are living now, chasing after the elusive more for a better life, but most times ending up perhaps broke financially and otherwise, and with more frustrations than joy, and perhaps you are now looking for what you can do differently to avoid the long chase and endless frustrations, I suggest you refocus and just do these following two things I noted earlier. 1. Restart your journey of life from where you are. What does it mean to restart your journey, really? Well, a number of things, but the main thing is to reboot your mental system. Clear your old thought patterns and beliefs that call for more things to get before you can feel that you are truly living. You want to take a different approach in life by thinking differently from before. If you have been thinking that to truly live and feel fulfilled required you to get to the end of your wish list, you must change that kind of thinking to one that only drives you to add value to life through your engagements each day and celebrate that as the essence of true living. This does not stop you from acquiring or getting things you want, but it only redirects your focus, commitment, value addition, etc. on the now, what is before you that you must do to create results you want to meet defined needs. By concentrating on your present situation and mindfully engage on what matters most, doing so with love and joy as you give away your value, that is your efforts, your knowledge, your skills, your understanding, to allow for your journey to advance to another level, there will certainly be no cause for you to worry about getting to the end of some wish list. If you can make this into a habit, so it becomes your culture of daily living, then you'll easily make more of the things you want without even noticing, and outside of the associated anxiety and frustrations of wanting to get all those things now, but without crafting first the right attitude, commitment, focus, resilience, etc. So yes, you can restart the journey of your life now from where you stand by deploying some different approach driven by new thoughts and beliefs, and not by maintaining the endless and sometimes senseless chase to get all or most of the things you want first. And two, leverage what you already have as the second thing you must do to take your life to another level, better than where you are now. You may be now looking around you and shaking your head and asking, what do I have? I have nothing except a long list of debt. Sure, it may look like that to you, but that could be just maybe ignorance on your part or lack of self-belief. Ignorance in that your only understanding of what you already have is measured by the extent at which your wish list has been turned into reality and not by some other form of achievements. You may also be the kind that feels totally powerless to do anything for themselves and is always looking up to the authority or others to come up with some kind of solutions to mysteriously meet your specific needs. But what you already have here, firstly, that you're a natural being driven by an effortless and endless natural power, accessible to you anytime and ready to engage anyhow, whenever you decide. In addition, you have the ability to learn something new all the time and a limitless capacity to expand your know-how and gain much wisdom to know exactly what you need and must do to get your life where you want it to be. Secondly, what you already have includes all the experience you have gained since your journey on earth began, as well as the community, national and worldwide human support structures available for you to tap from. So these are the two things I thought to share with you to ensure you turn things around for better in your life. Firstly, that you consider restarting your journey and making a new beginning, but from where you are now. And secondly, to engage what resources you already have than seek first for something you don't have and risk delaying your journey. Like in the search for any types of new results, this calls for a deliberate intent to learn, followed by acting to manifest results needed. As in most lessons I give on personal development, I wish to encourage you to begin working on the habit for a continuous and lifelong learning if you haven't made that a part of your life already. This way, you'll make it possible to give your life the much needed momentum to keep advancing. I hope there's one or two things you found valuable that you can immediately apply in your daily life. Let me thank you for having scheduled a moment of your living time to watch and listen to this. All the best and long live to you.